Hey, good morning, everyone. Morning warm up here. So, this morning I was listening to a Robin Sharma podcast, and he was talking about the power of practice and the power of work life balance. And one of the things that I think is important is that, if we're going to do something well, we have a process or a procedure. And one of the things I find is when I'm coaching people, and I'll say, well, explain to me your process. If you can't explain to me your process, then what that tells me is you don't understand it. So, for example, if somebody said to me, well, what is it that you do and how do you do it? I should be able to explain that in detail, because if I explain it in detail, it's going to allow me to be way more productive and way more diligent about my time and how I'm using my time, which then allows me to recharge and know that that fits into my schedule. So when you think about work-life balance, right, how productive are you at what you're doing so that you can get it done, so you can be productive and using your time effectively? That allows you then to take recharge time. So as you can see today, I'm not in a stocking cap. I'm not in cold weather. I'm actually doing some recharge time in Mexico. And it's important for us to have work-life balance to make sure that we're productive in what we do and we can explain it, so we practice, right? So how many of you are practicing your procedures and your processes on a regular basis to make sure that you are going to have the most or the best use of your time, if you will? In fact, I think in this podcast I listened to with Robin Sharma, he said this. He said, those that sweat more in practice bleed less in war. And I know that's kind of gruesome a little bit, but it's to the point, which means that, we want to be great at whatever we're going to do in order for us to do it effectively so that we can then have that recharge time and not live in a life of burnout and reactionary, being reactionary all the time. We have to practice. So my question to all of you, right, one of the things I want you to think about is how many of you are practicing your process and your procedures on a regular basis so that you have it dialed in, so it's just in your readily accessible memory where you can explain it. Because if you can't explain it, you don't understand it. And if you don't understand it, you're not going to come from a place of being proactive. You're going to come from a place of being reactionary. So I want you to think about that, right? So think about those things and have good work-life balance. Get out there and get recharged. And thank you for watching the morning warm-ups. And we always end by saying, be awesome and help somebody and make it a great day.